All right, everybody, King Shinobi back with another reflex ball tutorial. We're gonna do a continuation of what we've been learning so far. So let's do a quick recap and then we'll get into some new stuff. All right, now if we remember from our prior videos, we're gonna start out feet a little more than shoulder width apart. Remember, we're gonna bend the knees. You gotta keep the knees bent. Have a nice base, all right? Remember to tuck your abdomen in from this side. Try not to have your back here, but tuck your abdomen in. Keep yourself straight, all right? Hands here, all right? So, from there, remember we're gonna start with one hand at a time. So we're gonna start right hand. Remember we're making this motion, just kind of popping it. Remember, we're kind of making more of this motion instead of an actual punch. So we're starting off here first before we actually get into being able to do an actual punch, all right? So when I get this going, I'm just kind of hitting it here. As you see, I'm not turning my wrist. I'm not turning my punch over. I'm just working on popping the ball. So I'm imagining that the ball is hot. So when I pop it, I want to pop it and get it back. So when I touch it, it's hot, 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 hot. All right? I don't want to keep something hot sitting there burning me. So I'm really going to touch it, feel that it's hot, and get my hand back. We're going to start off. Get comfortable with the right, left, whatever you start off with. Make sure you get comfortable with both hands before you add them together. So I want to get comfortable left, right, start switching it up, making it a little more challenging. Start switching, 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 switching. Remember with that synchronicity we talked about, synchronizing both hands. Boom, 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 boom. All right? And then from there, we can start working our 1-2s, all right? So one after another. Now remember, when we throw one out, that opposite hand is coming, and these are interchanging. Boom. All right? So you don't want to pause too long. 1, 2. You want it to be boom, boom, right there. Pop them, pop, bam. A nice 1-2. All right? So we're going to start off slowly before you get to that level. So we're just going to go and make sure that you kind of find a rhythm. So find a rhythm with one hand, find a rhythm with two hands, start mixing it up, and then boom, boom. Then we can start going one after another. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're working on that 1, 2. Getting the hand out. Remember, this thing is hot. This thing is hot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're just thinking about accuracy and speed, keeping those hands going. Keeping those hands going. Quick 1, 2. One after another. Not too much of a pause. Boom, 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 boom. So you want to imagine when you're throwing that 1, 2, you want to hit a person with 2 punches, but it feel like they only got hit with 1 because that other one comes so fast. Pop, pop, you know? So think of that. You want to hit a person with 2 punches, but you want it to be like you hit them with 1. Because one's going to come after another. They're not even going to realize that next one is coming. So when I throw that first punch, boom, as this retracts, I switch places, boom, right there. And then it's right there. So it's boom, boom, you know, boom, boom, all right? So get that rhythm down, that boom, boom rhythm. Get that boom, boom down, all right? So from there, remember we went from going square with our 1, 2, to going into our boxing stance with the 1, 2. So remember we're square here. Step back a little bit for you. So we're square here, 1, 2. Now we're gonna move it into our actual boxing stance. We wanna bend the knees. Remember, we want the arms to be staggered, so we don't want the arms to be square, all right? They're gonna be staggered. This is square. This is me being square. All right, we don't want to be here, punching square here. From here, we want to turn a bit. We want to give ourselves an angle. But we also don't want to go too far to our right, because then this will expose this entire area. And we have to keep our eyes on our opponent here, all right? So we're here. Our left arm, remember, it's that first line of offense and defense, all right? So we're staggered, not square. Staggered, right there, all right? Got my knees bent in my boxing stance. Remember, my legs are like springs, all right? Just like springs, ready to go. So we get in our boxing stance. Remember, we don't want our feet too close. So I always say we don't want to be like we're surfing, all right? We don't want our heels to line up with each other. So we need to get a nice separation here. Left leg is going to be predominantly in front. We're going to close up our guard and make sure we have a nice tight guard. We're going to do what they call turtling up, all right? So when I turtle up, it's almost like I make my back into like a turtle shell, if you would say. So when I'm here, instead of being here, I'm here. See how I make myself smaller in here? Instead of being here, where I'm wide open, I get down and I make myself smaller here, all right? I want my chin down, but I want my eyes on my opponent, all right? I want to be able to see the entire silhouette of my opponent as I'm looking at them. So I'm not looking them directly in the eye. I'm giving myself an angle where I can see their entire silhouette. So if they throw a kick, if they throw a punch, if they go for a takedown, I'll be able to see everything in its entirety. So I want to get my head here. Boom. My elbows are in, because remember, my elbows protect my vital areas here. I don't want my arms out. You never want to be chicken winging it, all right? No chicken wings. I know chicken wings are good. We don't want to be chicken winging it, all right? So we're going to put these arms down, protect ourselves here. Elbows are in, right here. Boom. Okay? So that way, if anything comes, we're good. We're nice and protected. We can move. And we got a nice base in our legs here. All right? All right, so from here, get into our boxing stance. Make sure we're nice and springy in the legs, all right? And you want to do this, you want to do it kind of effortlessly. You don't want to use too much effort. Remember, this isn't a tool for power. This is a tool for coordination, speed, and reaction time, all right? So remember to use your tools for what they were made for, all right? Elbows in, chin down, nice and low. Make sure we got a nice base from there. Remember, we did this in the last video. We just started off with the jab, kind of jabbing out, keeping ourselves low, making sure we're keeping our right hand up, or left hand if you're left-handed. If you're in a lefty stance, everything will just be the opposite of what I'm saying. And then from there, once you get comfortable here, kind of just popping it, then you want to work on really getting it back. Boom, 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 really popping it out and getting it back, all right? So it's good to keep it low as you learn, just to get you used to a nice tap, get you a nice rhythm going. But eventually you really want to be able to bring that hand back, boom, and kind of pump it out, all right? And it's a lot harder with the jab than it is the cross, because this thing comes back real quick, all right? So you're gonna have to pop it, boom, 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 all right? So from there, we're gonna go with the jab, working on the jab, and then we throw it across. And then you can just work on just the cross, boom. Work on turning each time, turn, turn, turn. Now, I'm not doing a full pivot, but I am doing a turn. As I'm turning, I'm also turning the wrist too, popping it out this way, all right? So I'm turning, just getting that motion to turn, 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 turn. So when I'm doing this, I'm actually, my body propels the arm. Just get me in that habit of turning, turning, turning. Because I'm not doing a full cross, boom, turning, or pivoting on this leg, boom. All right, so I'm just doing a nice, more of a turn from the torso area, okay? So once I get that one down, once I turn, once I get that right hand down, then I can just start to add that jab in there, boom, boom. And I'm doing a turn each time. So I'm just turning the body slightly each time. So boom, 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 boom. I don't want to do wide turns I want to keep everything nice and compact, all right? Nice, compact, and crisp punches. So I want it to be boom, 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 turn, boom, boom, boom. So there's a lot of movement in the legs and in the torso from here. Boom, 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 boom. But you're doing it in a small space, so you're shortening it up. From here, you're shortening it up. Boom, 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 boom. So you're not doing full reach. Just shortening it up. Boom. Just getting used to that motion. This is gonna build up a nice habit of being able to really turn the body, because you're gonna need that in your boxing. Boom, 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 boom. You're gonna need those types of movements in your boxing, okay? So, do I want to shorten up? Shorten it up. Keeping our elbows in. Keeping our elbows in. Boom, 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 boom. And remember, as we hold our head up, the ball gets higher, okay? That's where we really want to get used to punching. Shoulder level higher. But this will teach you to punch at all levels, all right? So no matter where it goes, I keep my feet planted and I just follow with my body, because I'm not yet ready to get on the move. That's gonna be a later video for you guys, all right? We're gonna get on the move. I can shorten it up. You can see from this angle right here, I can shorten it up. 1, 2, boom, right there. Here, boom, 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 boom. Wherever it goes, I go. Remember, it's hot. I touch, tap, 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 right there. Boom, 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 tap, 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 tap. This is all about, boxing is about shifting your weight, man. So this is teaching you how to really shift your weight. Boom, boom. Shift your weight into your punches and you maximize the power in your punches, all right? So we're shifting, shift the weight. Boom, 1, 2. This is what we want. Straight ahead, boom, 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 right there, right there, right there, right there. We want to get a nice rhythm going. Nice rhythm going. All right? So that's our 1, 2 from the boxing stance. Now remember, you have 2 different stances in boxing. You have your orthodox stance, which is the one that I was using this entire episode. Left leg in front here. But you also have the southpaw here, all right? It's gonna be the opposite of everything we just did. Jab's gonna be here, 1, 2. So I'll work that for you guys a little bit out of the southpaw stance. Now, the right hand is the jab hand. Left hand is now that rear hand, all right? So they switch positions. And I always recommend training both sides, just because you can, I feel like it's very beneficial to get everything synchronized and on the same page as far as your body goes. Now it's gonna feel weird depending on if you're a lefty trying to right or a righty trying to lefty stance. That other stance is gonna feel real weird. But repetition, repetition. As you can see, I can work my southpaw in, I can mix it up, jab, boom, 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 1, 2. This is when you can really start having fun with it, all right? So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Have fun with this thing. 1, 2, just let your hands go. And remember, your goal is to be able to get your hands back to your face each time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're getting our hands out fast, we're getting our hands back fast, all right? And then I'll be able to switch over. 1, 2. Now I can switch over instantly, be able to switch over, righty, lefty stance. These are some of the goals for you. These are some of the goals. I can even go right into square stance, back into southpaw. Oh. Work a little uppercut in there. I'll teach you those uppercuts later. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, now we can go into any stance we want to go into. Wherever we want to go. Wherever we go, we're always in a position that we want to be in. All right? It's really gonna get cool once I start working elbows in there. Show you guys how punches and elbows complement each other. Those will be some later videos, but yeah, man, have fun with this. Remember, try your square stance, 1, 2s, square stance, Remember, get moving a little bit. You don't have to stay, you don't want your feet to be in the mud. Get moving. Get that torso moving, all right? Give yourself that extra power. Use the ground. Use that kinetic linking. That kinetic linking is you being linked to the earth, getting energy from the earth, and exploding it out your fist, baby. Now we can go into orthodox. Remember, orthodox is a right-handed stance. Mix that up. Then we can go into southpaw. Remember, southpaw is lefty, left-handed stance. And I always say, work on your weaker sides. Work on your sides that you have the most difficulty with. Don't just work on the things that you're good at. Boom. All right, everybody. That was another episode. I'm King Shinobi. Another Reflex ball tutorial, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. We're gonna keep adding on to this, man. Keep adding on, and then we're gonna build up a little archive, man, so you guys can look back and really learn step by step. So that's my biggest goal here, is to just spread my knowledge, spread what I learned, what I experiment with, spread it with you guys, and hopefully it's beneficial to you. But remember to check out the Shinobi podcast. As you can see, we repping the Shinobi podcast all day, front and back. Shinobi podcast, we out here in the streets. We just started season 3. We just did episode 1, season 3. Shout out to King Deontay. Shout out to my man Tony Brock. Appreciate y'all, man. Until the next one, man, you guys stay healthy. Keep working on this thing. You can get it. It's not as intimidating as you think, I promise you. Much love, everybody. Peace.